Hi, my name is Mike Parr. I'm a double amputee now. I was a single amputee for the last 10 years. Um, I that was a roller coaster ride, having to make the decision. But having a young child, it makes it kind of easy that you either die or lose your leg. Then I acquired Charcot Foot, and that's or diabetes Charcot Foot in my right foot, and over probably a 2.5 year period, I gradually lost dexterity, feeling, and bone structure in it. And then it got to the point where the bone came down. There was nothing holding it. Bone came down out the bottom of my foot, and therefore I had to become a double amputee. But it was so painful and miserable that the decision was pretty easy. And for the first time in 40 years, I'm not in pain because I used to have bad feet and ankles anyways. So the decision was pretty easy, but in the end, I think I'm much more mobile now. I'm not in any pain, pretty much. And it's just a matter of balance and fitting.
When I met Mike, he had been coming to the South Barrington office for several years prior to my working here. At that time, he was a left transtibial amputee, and on the right side, he was wearing a custom diabetic foot orthotic and an extra depth shoe. And over the course of the years that I worked with him, the Charcot developed, and he had to transition to a boot on the right side. So this is a typical boot that you have to wear when you have Charcot on the right side. That, of course, led to needing to make some adjustments to his prosthesis because wearing a boot on the right side really affected how he walked, and trying to have your hips be level so that you didn't have back pain. There were a lot of changes that happened as a result of having to wear the boot. So he wore the boot for a couple of years until, like Mike said, the Charcot got so bad that he had to have his leg amputated. And I remember visiting you in the hospital after you lost your right leg, and it was the happiest that I'd seen you in a long time. Pain can really affect your mood, the way that you handle life. You're split. Your attention is split. You're trying to manage your pain but still go about your day, and
it got to the point where it was so bad. I mean, every step was I was screaming walking down the hall just to go to the bathroom, and it's like every step, you knew where I was in the house because it just got ridiculous. And I would talk to my wife and my daughter. It's like, I can't do this anymore. It's like I have to do something, and that's what I chose to do.
Yeah, and so it's been really a joy to be able to be a part of your journey of transitioning to a bilateral amputee, to have you come into the office and say, yeah, I mowed the lawn today, or all,
Yeah, you gotta set goals.
things.
You gotta set goals while you're in therapy. You have to set goals and try to reach them. And one of them was cutting the grass. So, I got out there and I grabbed the lawnmower and I made it down the lawn and started cutting the grass. And my neighbors are kind of freaking out watching me. Here's a guy with 2 prosthetic legs cutting the grass, and they're kind of like, well, if he can do it, then I guess I can get out there and do it. So apparently I inspire a few people around the world. So they see me and they figure they have problems, and then it's like, well, his problems are worse than mine. But not really. You got to go into everything with a positive attitude.
And hard work.
And
You put in a lot of hard work.
Take each day at a time, and each day is a challenge. Do I have, every time we adjust something, you get sore for a day or two, your muscles get out of whack, your back's out of whack, your neck's out of whack, and then just kind of work through it, and over a course of, 10 days or so, it'll kind of dissipate, and then you're back to normal till the next adjustment. But it's a constant balance, between left and right, and up and down, and
well, and as you gained strength, you needed to make changes. You'd come in and say, oh, I'm ready for my base of support to be brought in a little more narrow, not walk with my legs so far apart.
You could feel the difference, or I felt like I was walking like bow-legged or something, and we'd bring it in and change plates around and change the angles of the feet.
You're standing straighter too, because you were able to transition from a walker to a cane to nothing, you know. So
Yeah, I'm okay on as far as when I had the single, I didn't use anything. I didn't use a cane or anything. I could get around the yard, but with the double, the fact that my feet don't really move around too much when you're on uneven ground, it's very hard to balance. So I kind of now I just take the cane with me. I use an arm cane, so I don't take chances anymore because I have fallen in the past, and that's not fun. During the process with Larissa, and I was having the second permanent one made. It was regular skin tone before, and I saw the poster on the wall with the decals and stuff. So I have young great nephews and nieces, and I said, let's spice it up a little bit, and I came up with the ocean scene, and they like it. And now I have another great niece, and she loves the shark. She's 2 years old, and she goes over and grabs my leg, and she points at the teeth, and shark, shark. You know, so it's kind of fun. And she knows that my legs are not normal, but she doesn't understand why they're not normal. But I'm just Uncle Mike anyway, so